Okay, welcome back, everybody. This is take two of episode two because we froze in the first one. So if you're actually still watching me live, thank you so much. But strap in, folks. Today's show is chock full of race baiting, conspiracies, and honeypotting. My team has me blind reacting to some banger TikTok videos for your enjoyment. And on the menu today, we have Who Really Killed Charlie Kirk? What the hell is up with Erikakirk? How did moving to Africa to escape American racism work out for ya? How many whites even own slaves? Mass shooting in Brooklyn bar caught on camera, and you'll never guess who did it. But please spread the word, folks, and tell all your friends to join and watch live. And if you're a loser with no friends, then tell your enemies to join and watch me live. If you have a video you want me to react to or comment on, please slide into my DMs. And also, as an added bonus, producer Ryan's going to have me live react to something that isn't a video or audio, which slightly scares me. Hopefully it won't be slimy, prickly, or bitey. So sit back, relax, and get offended or turned on, or both. It's your life. Live it how you want it. Okay, so what's up? Let's look at the chat. Hey, Randy. Hey, Trey. I see maybe Tuesday joined. All right, we're going to get into our first video.
But y'all, I'd rather go back to America and deal with the racism in America before I sit here in Africa and deal with the bullshit bribery, the bullshit fraud, the bullshit scams, the bullshit too expensive, the bullshit not having no snacks, the bullshit not having no food, the bullshit electricity, the bullshit hot water, the bullshit what's that shit called that be coming down? The bullshit.
So far, I can tell you, we know there's a lot of bullshit.
Animals, it's scorpions outside the house, it's big ass spiders, it's big ass lizards, colorful lizards you ain't never seen before, all in the fucking room with you, sleeping with you, all the bullshit people trying to scam you when you go outside thinking you rich, so they trying to get more money off of you. I'm really trying to wrap my head around this shit. I'm really trying to wrap my head around how are Americans coming to Africa and being happy. Please comment down below. Because for me, I'm ready to go. And I always used to say, if it's up to me, it will be. And I'm going to go out to Africa and make shit happen. No, I don't want to.
No.
I want to take my businesses back to America. I want to open up shop back in America, open up my dentist office, and all the stuff that I was going to do out here in America. Steady electricity. And the only time our electricity get cut off is when we don't pay the bill. And we got it so good now, we got prepaid electricity. So if we forget to pay the bill, we put some money on that prepaid.
She just said it right there. We got it so good, folks, in America. All we got to do is just prepay the bill. It's on in a few seconds.
Prepaid thing, and it comes right back on in 2 minutes.
TD Bishop said, hey, look, it's Black Rosie O'Donnell.
In less than 2 minutes. This shit right here didn't come on for 14 hours yesterday. I can't deal. I love the people. Don't get me wrong, when I'm outside, I'm having fun. I love people. But when I come back to reality, when you come back home, home is where the heart is, right? When you come back home, you're supposed to feel comfortable. You're supposed to be happy. I'm not happy. To live in a house where you look outside and all you see is turkeys and ducks and chickens and sheep.
Turkeys, ducks, and chickens. Is she really in Africa? Because she kind of looks... that background, she looks like she's in America.
And old malnourished cows. But y'all,
malnourished cows. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start with this one. Yeah. Actually, it sounds like heaven to me. I don't need any power. I'd be pretty happy if every time I walked outside I saw chickens, ducks. Well, not malnourished cows, but yeah, this is funny because I keep saying to every time I hear a black person complaining in America about how horrible they have it here, I'm literally just dumbfounded because this is like literally the best time to be black in America, which I am half. So don't come at me, or actually come at me, bro. It's fine. But No, I think it's kind of funny. One of the comments was like, "This woman's in Detroit." First of all, I don't even think she's in Africa. We know that everything's bullshit, and apparently everything's such bad bullshit, and she's tired of dealing with con artists that I guess racism in America isn't really that bad. Creature comforts, they kind of count for something. When I was running for office, I was on a Democrat channel and on TikTok, and there was a panel, and I was not saying anything, and they roped me in and tried to bait me, and it was this like albino black guy. I cannot remember his name, but he just went to jail. It's really, like, a lot of people know who he is. But he tried to race bait me, and I just flat out, I let him go through his whole thing, and I flat out told him, oh, this is what he's talking about, how there's like a big movement of blacks that like hate immigrants apparently, and this was what the topic that they were advocating for, like, just hating immigrants. And I told him, I said, they were going on and on about how awful it is in America, and I just told him, I was like, really? Because you would have been murdered the second you were born. Your throat would have been slit as a albino, even to this day, because I think you have a demon. So yeah, I would say she learned a freaking lesson. She learned it well, but she looks like she's eating just fine over there, I have to say. Okay, so producer Ryan, can you put on the next video? And it's just sitting here loading. The truth no one talks about.
White people, why is it that y'all don't like hearing about all the horrific things white people did during slavery and after slavery? Does it make you feel some sort of way? I just want to know.
All right, so in 1860, I want you to guess how many white individuals owned slaves.
Okay,
what percentage?
Let me pause it. What do you think? How many white people do you think really owned slaves? Just take a guess. Like 20%, 50%, 90%. Let's see.
Of white people in the U.S. owned slaves. I'll give you 5 seconds. Across the entire white population in the U.S. in 1860, 1.4% of individuals owned slaves. And I find this interesting because I rarely hear anybody talk about this. In other words, 98.5 to 98.6 out of every 100 white people did not own slaves. So my question to many black Americans is, why do we continue to act like it was 100% of white people who owned slaves and all white people are responsible for it?
Because y'all sheep.
Black Americans that love to talk about this history and get all, and they don't want to tell you this and they don't want to tell you that.
No.
These same people conveniently leave out that the vast majority of white people did not have slaves.
Correct. Okay, I think I said this last week on a live. I think I said 1.6. I don't know. It's somewhere, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, when I was running for office, I was never okay with reparations because the odds of a white person living today, their family, if you even knowing someone that comes from a family that has had slaves, is so incredibly rare. And of that 1.4, 1.6%, 92% of them were Democrats, which is why I fly my rebel flag right next to my American flag. I'm triracial, so my dad is Scottish and Scandinavian. My mom is West Indian, so she's Blasian, and I am very super proud of it. But because I'm so proud of it is the reason why I like to tell the truth about it, and also because I am half white and I find offense on both sides. Number one, because on my white side, like, my ancestors didn't have slaves, and they were actually racist. They didn't want them. But then on my black side, I'm offended because this is like what I have resisted. I will never ever fall for the trap of like being force fed that I am at a disadvantage because of my race or my color or whatever, and I'm weaker, I'm owed something, or I have to be set to the side to have, assistance or all this crap. But that's what he's saying at the end of the video. I want to play it again. Let's go right here.
out of every 100 white people did not own slaves.
Oh, hold on. I got to put it up
my
on
question to many black Americans
on y'all's
is, why
screen.
do we continue to act like it was 100% of white people who owned slaves and all white people are responsible?
Why do we?
Like, you'll see many black Americans that love to talk about this history and get all, and they don't want to tell you this, and they don't want
because
to tell you
the
that.
reason why is if they fearmonger you into believing that whites are inherently racist, you will choose to keep yourself segregated, which is exactly what they want, which means slavery never stopped. Their belief system never stopped. The Democrats are still the ones force feeding down your throat that you need to be, careful of the devil white man. So what ends up happening behind closed doors in a black home? The most racist talk I've ever heard in my life has come out of my black family and black friends that I am no longer friends or with because I don't like racists. And that's what happens. And then you go send your kid out in public, right? After all this trash talk on white people, and then your kid is like terrified to be around white people, doesn't want to hang out with white people, goes and hangs out with just the black folks. And then when they have to interact with white kids, they're mean as shit. I took my kids they're both light, they're white-ish. Yeah, I don't even know what to call them. They're like, I don't know, like a quad. I don't know. They look like everything, but they have lighter skin. And we went to Main Event, and it was all black people in there except for my two kids. And I'm telling you, I had to cut the trip short because I was going to end up in jail because of the amount of violence that was edging out towards my kids. But no one wants to talk about the fact that the real racism that I experience in my life is 99% from black people because I'm light skinned. See, they're blight. That's funny. I hate hearing about it as much as he would hate hearing about the 4,000 black slave owners during the time of slavery. All right. Let's see. Yeah, while he goes to the next video, it's definitely something that will get me going. And I could talk about it for hours because the truth of the matter is I've heard the conversations in private on both sides of the door. And my white family that's like living now is not racist because obviously like culture has moved away from that. But my black side of my family, I don't know. They treat me and my other two cousins that have white dads very differently because we're whitewashed. And, here's another truth no one wants to talk about. Because my dad is white and not my mom being white, it's even worse. Because if the male is white, then the colonizer took one of our women. But if the woman's white and the man is black, it's like, oh yes, good job, go you. So I absolutely deplore all of it. And odds are if you really are that prejudiced, you'll be a lonely person. You will be a lonely person. You will be miserable. All right, here's the next video coming up. Loading. Or I'm watching the TikTok bubbles dance. Oh no. Okay, they edited the video. So I would suppose that at the beginning of the video what they edited out was the actual shooting, no? Okay. So go ahead and play it again for me so we can kind of, because when we first looked at it we didn't really know exactly what was going on. So can you back it up and start it? Oh, it's gonna, there we go. Let me see it. Let it play. So, a deadly nightclub shooting in the Crown Heights neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York, Hitmore right here, was caught on camera. The new video is part of an arraignment against a man who was charged in connection to the shooting. Prosecutors say the video shows gang members exchanging gang signs before leading to an argument that turns into a gunfight. 3 people were killed and 11 others were injured in the shooting at Taste of the City Lounge. This video is from the U.S. Attorney's Office in the District of New York. And they're about to elect a proud socialist in office. Anybody who's sitting here complaining about the National Guard being deployed, obviously is not from a city with this kind of violence. It's always so funny to me how these Democrat-run cities run on a platform about caring so much socially for the American people, yet they continuously let out people from jail. They're like not even putting bonds on these people. They're letting these people out of prison. After the last guy I heard was like 45 crimes or something before he finally killed somebody, and they keep letting them out. But yet you're the party that's like for social matters, and you're the party. It really kind of, some days I just don't even know what to say. I think people really are just sheep. I think if you don't live in a city like this, you're probably one of the ones saying, "Oh, I can't believe Trump's sending the National Guard there." But if you're living in one like this, I'm sure you absolutely want it, because what can the cops do if they're constantly letting these criminals out? I really wish we could have seen the beginning of that video, but I understand why they edited it. How do you guys feel about the National Guard coming out coming to a city near you? I personally think it's fabulous. I listened to Pete Hegseth's speech to the generals, and the overtone of the whole speech was about, just being like battle ready and capable, and so I think if that's the kind of talk that they're having, they are so serious about cleaning it up. And there's nothing any of you guys can do about it. And if you're scared to run into the National Guard like they're going to be doing arresting, they're not even doing anything, by the way. They're just there to give support to the police. But if you're one of those people worried about it, maybe you should go move to Africa with that fat lady. I think you should. Okay, let's go to the next one, because that one kind of flopped. It didn't have what
Robinson didn't kill Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk's Israeli security detail killed Charlie Kirk, and Charlie Kirk's assassin is caught on tape. Blake Bednar has brought us this video. We'll break it down. Take a look at this. Here it is from the wide angle. Watch Charlie Kirk's right side of his t-shirt. Watch the lavalier lapel mic. Do you see it explode? Let's bring it in just a little bit closer.
Right,
Watch this.
right.
Put it in
I
a freeze
did see
frame.
that.
That is the explosion from Charlie Kirk's lavalier lapel mic. Want to see it again? Bring it in closer. Remember when we told...
I'm super glad he brought this video up, because I've been all over this since the beginning. It does look like something exploded. I've been saying from the beginning it's either I thought maybe it was like an internal bomb where like you drink water and they put like a nano robot in there and it goes in and buries in your skin somewhere, or a drone, like a tiny little drone, which this seems a lot. This, because of my drone theory, this actually seems likely. I mean, they could put bombs in anything, you guys. So let's let the video continue.
We told you that was absolutely an exit wound. Yeah, it is. Check the trajectory of the round that was deployed from that lavalier lapel mic. So that went directly from Charlie Kirk's lapel.
I wish you could
that went
see
directly
my
from
mouse.
Underneath Charlie Kirk's white t-shirt.
But what you see in the video, okay, so if he has like a lapel mic right here, right? What you see is it looks like it just starts flying, like it lifts up. The shirt drags with it, and the whatever the lapel mic shot went like this. It went, see, like this, and then, and I've been hunting several times, so I can verify that, like, if that was like a 30-06 or a 303 or a 308, that exit wound would not be so clean. I have seen deer shot in the neck, right in, I don't know, whatever their equivalent is to a jugular or carotid. And it does spew and leak like that, and it's immediate death. So I knew when Charlie got when I saw the shot, I knew it was an immediate kill shot. But the way it went through, coming from the lapel mic up like this, or probably more like this, something like, I'm trying to do this through a camera. What's crazy to me is how did he die so instantaneously? Because I don't think from the lapel, okay, with it being coming forward in front of the neck. Okay, so you're away from the neck, coming this way a little bit. With the bullet going this trajectory, could it have hit the brainstem? To me, it doesn't seem like it could have. So it looked like an immediate kill shot, but it's just now looking at this, I'm just kind of like, well, did he bleed out? What are you pointing at? Yeah, I know. Did he bleed out, or did his brain stem get shot? So let's continue. Let me back it up just a little bit to remind us where we're
directly from underneath Charlie Kirk's white t-shirt up through his neck and created the exit wound that we told you was an exit wound immediately when we saw that exit wound. First we had exploding pagers. Now we have exploding mics. Robinson didn't kill Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk's Israeli security detail killed Charlie Kirk. And
to the end of this video, okay,
immediately
right
when we
here,
saw
that
exit, we told you it was an exit wound immediately when we saw that.
Right there. That looks to me like the literal drag of the round lifted the shirt like wind, the drag from the round. The lapel mic's up under his chin, which is interesting too, because if you remember where the blood started spewing out, if you make a diagonal line, it's that's right there. It's interesting.
Exit wound. First we had exploding pagers. Now we have exploding mics. Robinson didn't kill Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk's Israeli
let me play this beginning part.
Security detail killed.
Yeah.
Israeli security detail killed Charlie Kirk. And
right
Charlie
there.
Kirk's assassin is caught on.
I believe this guy because I've been watching Candace Owens. And don't put that girl on a scent. Oh my gosh. But there were so many retired or off-duty military around there and foreign people who were also military. So this kind of tracks with what she's saying.
Tape. Blake Bednar has brought us this video. We'll break it down. Take a look at this.
Who was it? Who brought him the video?
Blake Bednar has brought us this video. We'll break it down. Take a look at this.
Bednar. Okay, I remember that name. Okay, so I don't know. I think it's so obvious that this is an Israeli hit job. Erikakirk, which we're going to get into next, when she came out on Charlie's podcast, let's see, Trey Bishop said if it clipped the brainstem at all, it could have done it. Yeah. My question is, after the attempt on Trump, why would no security detail have rooftop coverage? Charlie probably didn't really think, he seems like a humble guy, and he probably really just didn't think he was that critical to the course of history for us. Apparently it meant everything because they had to get rid of him. But going back to Erikakirk, the first thing I noticed, okay, I've lost my father last year, and I lost my son 15 years ago. He died in my arms. So I have witnessed an unexpected death from someone I love unconditionally. And although this was my son, I mean, a wife and a husband that's as close as you can get. So watching her come off of, I don't know if it was Air Force One or if there's an Air Force Two, but I know she was flying with the vice president and his wife. She comes out of the plane in lead position holding the second lady's hand, almost like leading the second lady. She didn't look grieving. I mean, you would have had to drag me off the plane. I would want to get off, but I wouldn't be able to move. You would have to carry me. Someone would have to like lead me out. And then the next thing I saw was her in Charlie's podcast setup, like that area where he did his podcast. And she's standing at the podium. And then like it's just the way she was talking. I was like, I literally said under my breath, like, this feels fake. She was so put together. Her makeup was flawless. I couldn't wear makeup at my son's funeral or my father's funeral. I had to put a wig on for my son's funeral because of my unruly hair. I had no energy to pick up my arms. And I had to put sunglasses on. I mean, I looked like a swollen amphibian from crying nonstop. And, like a bloated toad or something. And she just seemed so put together. And then when she started trying to say like the emotional stuff, she would whisper, "Oh, I love you so much." I'm like, what are you doing? That seems so forced, and it's so forced that you can only get it out as a whisper because you can't make it sound sincere. That was just my gut instinct feeling, not even having a shred of judgment on her because I don't know her. I haven't followed her. I really was just in shock with everybody else watching it, and I had that like little twinge of like, this doesn't feel right, like, but I put it out of my head because I'm like, surely his wife wouldn't like take part in killing him if she's so Christian. And then all the stuff starts coming out about what she had to gain from it, which isn't, and I don't mean just the obvious stuff like, Turning Point USA. There's other things that she stands to gain. Also the fact that she was one of Donald Trump's beauty queens. That's really coincidental. It was just so fake to me. Now, I did watch Spidey. He's a mentalist. He's a very, very famous person who studies human behavior and human nature and just how you're prone to think and the choices you'll make. So I watched him analyze her. And I don't know if he's saying what he's saying just to not get like doxxed, but I disagree with him. Like, this seems fake to me. So we're going to play this video we have coming up of Erika Kirk. If Ryan can cue that up. Oh, okay. So we'll go back to the Brooklyn video after we talk about Erika, since we're already on Erika.
So how have we gone from this?
That young man. I forgive him.
Which was the 21st of September, and now 7 days later, we get this.
Nothing is changing, but I want to preface, we're not awkward. We're not like weird.
Cringy.
We're not cringe. We're not going to be tweeting as if it's him. That's tone deaf and really disturbing. And anyone who does that's like morbidly.
But who would have that
Hey,
idea?
we're going to be doing about 5 more episodes a week now. So just tell the team and make sure that happens.
3 hours of this, 2 more hours of podcasting.
There is just something that just doesn't feel right. It feels wrong.
agree.
It feels off. And I am trying so hard not to over-speculate, but it's hard when stuff like this has been put out to us. It's just not normal. It doesn't feel natural. I feel like we're watching a performance.
Yes.
It's almost like we're watching a movie.
Yes.
A movie unfold.
Yes.
Right in front of our eyes. And it's things like this that make me think that Charlie Kirk's assassination is so much bigger than we could ever imagine. So how have we gone from this?
Just watch. Let that go again.
I forgive him.
Already?
Which was the 21st of September.
Like,
and
shut
now
up.
7 days.
No, you don't. You know it's not freaking Tyler Robinson, freaking, You forgive him already? I would be on a homicidal rampage if my husband got shot in the neck in front of our kids, in front of all of our friends, and for the world to see. While he's talking about trans gang violence. It's so perfect that it's fake. It's all, like, somewhere inside of me, I just keep wishing, like, Charlie Kirk's faked his death and he's just gonna, like, be like, I gotcha, we gotcha. I was trying to make a point. But it's very real, and someone has in the comments here on this TikTok a side-by-side of Erica and Amber Heard with their cry face, which I really wish I could put in the comments, and I got to figure out a way to do that here in the coming up shows. We're going to keep working on the show as we go. I used to have a pretty big podcast back probably about 13 years ago, so I'm just trying to dust off the rust and get rid of the dust bunnies. But the other thing that I was going to mention in this one of these comments, just reminded me of it, I was going to mention it before we played the video, was she came out all the time she was on camera. She had like every ring Charlie owned on her hands, and they looked like, I don't even know if they were Charlie's rings because I've never seen him wear anything that ugly and gaudy. It looked like a football ring, an NBA ring, a wrestling ring. It looked like trophies on her hand. And then she was holding like this chain that made all this crazy noise. And it was just I was just impressed at how flawless she looked. And I am impressed at how perfect she is. Because I'm sorry, but even me, as a lover of Jesus Christ, would be on a homicidal rampage right now. Maybe I wouldn't literally be like, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I can't say what I would do or wouldn't do, but I know my feelings inside me would be, it would take me time to forgive. I would know I would need to forgive because that's what the divine, according to the Christian scriptures, that's what God expects of you. But the laws of nature are a different story, and I'm a very passionate, natural woman. And I would not be so kind. And if I couldn't be kind, I would omit that line. And it just seemed to me she wanted that like perfect moment of her being such the embodiment of a Proverbs woman, a Christian woman. That's that Blasian side coming out of you. That is so true. My Trini side, my Trinidadian side. Fun fact. Cardi B is half Trinidadian, half Dominican. That should be the perfect response to your comment. So yes, us Caribbean women, we got a bit spicy, and we have, like machetes is like a staple. You have to have it to get through the jungle. So just saying. But I think she's a fraud. I think she knew about it. I think she helped it go down. I think she couldn't wait for her big payday. Now she is going to be, who's comparable to her right now in the Christian world? Like, she is on the throne for women. She is the queen. So, yeah, I don't know. I would not be able to be in public, at least for a month. Come on, folks. What's the next video? Oh, let's go back to the bar shooting, yeah. I can't see it so good. Can you back it up just so I can watch that beginning again? I'm sorry. Okay. There it goes. Holy shit. Let me see the beginning again. Okay. So, how many shooters were there? And there's people who got shot that are still moving around who probably don't look like they even got shot. I mean, don't know they got shot. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Look, y'all better calm down out there because you guys keep complaining about stricter and stricter federal rules, but it's because of this shit. Stop it. Why don't you go to Africa? Help them. They're doing that shit over there. Don't do that here. Everything you're doing is just going to cause more of what you hate. More. I just want to move on to the next topic. I don't even want to get going on that one right now. Okay.
Brother.
When a young and
sister. Brother. Sister.
Yeah, TikTok's not cooperating with us today. They're scrubbing it, yes. So, has anybody noticed how weird it has been since the Jewish guy, bought TikTok? So we're just gonna refresh the page here, and then yeah. Do 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 do.
Yeah, all right, Josh. Wait till we get outside. We get outside, I'm gonna knock you. I called the cops. The white ones. By the time you get to your trunk, I'll be pointing at you, saying him right there, Officer Bradley. I told on you, brother, sister. Oh, well, Josh, you a cinch, bro. Look around, Darius. Do I look like the kind of guy to follow hood rules? I'm from a gated community. Where I'm from, that's just called passing on valuable information. Criminal? Oh, well, do you know where I'm from? No, but I know where you're going. To jail. You tried to assault me, brother. Oh, well, come on, bruh. I got a kid. I don't care. The child can visit you when the law allows. From behind glass. You threatened me, brother. Yeah, all right, Josh. Wait till we get outside. Glass. We get outside. I'm gonna knock you.
Yeah. Yes. So I'll say this: in your 40s, yes, your mind and body don't start cooperating, and then you start making wiser choices because you can't keep up with the youngins. However, I will say this: I have short nails. Can't make a fist with nails. This is a long time. This is the first time in a long time I've had short nails. Also, yes, I have a machete under my chair. No, I'm just kidding. But I do have a 3-point dagger right over there and a stiletto right next to it with the skulls right there. But pretty much any room that you're in my house, don't break into my house. That's all I have to say. Don't break into my house. It'll be bad for you. And I'll be talking to you like this guy. I called the cops on you. The ambulance is coming too. I actually kind of hate living in gated communities because I just don't like to deal with the gate. But, sounds like the lady from the first video wants to come back to America, get it back in her gated community with her little key fob at her little apartment. Yeah. Is that all the videos we have for the show? Okay, so that's all the videos we have for this show, and apparently I'm supposed to react to something now that is not a video. And okay. Okay, so I've been seeing this for a while. This is kind of exciting. I'm about to smack on camera, y'all. This is gross. Look, I'm not shy to eat in front of people, but if you get grossed out by food noises, I'm sorry. This Dubai chocolate. First of all, it's $20 for this tiny square. Because fuck Dubai. Oh, sorry, the bar is 20. This is 5 for one square. One little Girardelli size square. It is thicker, but it's got pistachio It looks like pistachio filling. Oh, guys. Oh, my God. Chocolate. No, all I need is wine. But we had that yesterday. And I woke up with a massive migraine. So, no alcohol for me today. Okay, folks. Let's see if these Dubai chocolates are really all the rave. Oh, my gosh. I'm so excited. Oh, got crunch. Oh my God. That's pretty divine. I don't know if I could justify spending $20 on chocolate because I grew up a poor black child. Yeah, it's 4 joints. But I am working on getting my ass back, so you know. Maybe it would be a good investment. If you want to buy me any of these, I would graciously accept them. DM me and we will talk about it. If you have a food you want me to try, go out and buy. Don't send it to me. I'll find it and buy it. And I'll try it on camera. For all you freaky freaks who like to watch girls eat. And you never know. One day, you may get to see my feet. But I'm a country girl, so you might be disappointed because I run around barefoot everywhere. But, that chocolate's really good. I don't know if I could say, maybe $5 on a square. I could spend that because after this one, I feel satiated. Like I wouldn't want more. It's not overly sweet, but it's rich. I don't know how to explain that. Rich, but not overly sweet. And it definitely doesn't have that waxy feel that American chocolate has. And yeah, it's like as soon as I started touching it, it started melting. That's how you know it's real chocolate, folks. All right. Chocolate will do that for you. Yes. Pistachio filling. So the chocolate was so strong, I couldn't taste the pistachio. Or I don't know if I tasted the pistachio. Maybe I did. Maybe that's why it's not so overly sweet. It is milk chocolate. It has, okay, folks. This one little chocolate has 16 grams. No, it weighs 16 grams. Net 16 grams. It has 547 calories. No way. I guess my boobs got bigger on camera as we spoke. So 34 grams of fat. And the sugar, okay, well, it's got 10 grams of protein. That's not bad. And 42 grams of sugar. So you're done for the day on one. You're on one because I think you can only get like 30 grams or something like sugar a day to be healthy. But yeah, okay, go buy one. It'll be at your local bodega or anywhere you can buy, cannabis. It's probably right there. So anyway, it was fun, folks. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. And we will see you guys tomorrow, as my youngest used to say. Have a good one.